call this special organizational, turn my microphone on, try that again. I will call this special organizational meeting of the Worth County Board of Education to order. And the first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance, and our studio audience is limited, so I will ask Mrs. McCown to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, the purpose of this special meeting is our mandatory organizational meeting, and the agenda is as follows: election of officers, president, vice president, appointment of representatives to the committees, including the 4-H Extension Service, the Committee on Aging, Worth County Educational Trust Fund, and Worth County Schools Wellness Committee. And also to schedule meeting dates and times for the next 2-year term, and to discuss future meetings of the West Virginia School Board Association. Also on the agenda tonight is discussion and possible appointment for our vacant board member seat. Okay, any questions about the agenda?
Do we go into executive session for number 7?
I think that if, I don't know that that's one of the provisions
No?
that is allowable to go into executive
Okay.
session. So, any other questions? Okay, moving to our next item of business, election of officers. And the first item on the agenda is election of board president. I nominate Dan Metz. Mr. Metz has been nominated. Any other nominations? Okay, is there a second on that?
I'll second.
Okay, been properly moved and seconded that Mr. Metz for board president. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll pass the gavel back over here.
Excellent. Been on all day.
No, really.
Yeah. Should be green, right? Is that working? There we go. Okay. Before we move on, we do want to welcome our new executive secretary that will be coming to the board meetings, Mrs. Matheny. Mrs. Matheny, if I get the rolling fast, okay, it won't tonight, but on other board members' board meetings, sometimes we roll sort of fast, okay? So if you miss a motion or anything like that, you will not offend us to wave at us or talk, say, I didn't get that. Mr. Lowe does a good job at keeping who made the motion, okay? So if none of us have it, Mr. Lowe probably have it.
And he could second for being an auctioneer at times. You've been forewarned.
So, yeah, don't let us move past and miss something, okay? Or if you have any questions about what, Kathy's gonna help you, but there will be meetings that things will be a little different when we get to executive sessions and that type of thing. So don't, there's Ms. Sherlock now. Don't hesitate to stop us, okay? You will not offend us. Okay. So we're down to nominations for vice president. Do I have any nominations for vice
I'll
president?
just nominate Mr. Sherrill.
Okay. Any other nominations for vice president? Here none, we have a nomination for Ms. Sherlock as vice president. Will they accept that nomination?
Yes, sir.
Okay, with that being said, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those that say nay, ayes have it. Okay, we're down to appointment of representatives, and I don't know the easiest way to do this besides Mr. Lowe. We'll start with Mr. Lowe because he's our most senior member. So you're usually 4H. You want to stay there?
Yeah,
Mr. Lowe?
I just soon stay right there.
Okay, so we're gonna put Mr., we'll vote on these afterwards.
Okay.
Is there anybody else that would like to do 4-H and we can, Mr. Love? Okay, figure that would be a problem. Committee on Aging, I do not remember.
That was me, but I'd rather not do that.
Okay, sure. Ms. Schlock, do you have any, I don't mind doing it, if you, unless you want to.
That's fine, you do that one, and then I'll do the next one.
Okay, Mr. Metz. Okay, Work County Education Trust Fund, Ms. Sherlock, is that okay with everybody? And then Work County School Wellness Committee.
That would be my choice to start with.
Okay.
I'd like to say something about the aging. It's, I took that the last time, and it's not with them, it's just my health, not where my back was bad, and I was going to help with the food truck. And who took the aging? Anyway, that's something they could use, and, delivered, meals out to people. And anyway, my back got bad, and couldn't do that, and then after having my operation, it took 6 months of not being able to live, twist, turn. So it wasn't nothing to them, or nothing I didn't like about it, but I just wasn't able to fulfill my obligation to it, and I feel that somebody else could probably do that better.
What we'll do when we get our new member, they'll need something, so they can move that committee on aging. And I've been attending the safety committee one. It's not one that we have down here, but it's one that, so I'll take that until we get a new person, then they can take that. So with that being done, do I have a motion to accept those appointments of representatives on those committees?
So moved.
Any questions, comments? Here none, we have a motion to approve Mr. Lowe's 4-H Extension Service, Mr. Metz at this time for Committee on Aging, Ms. Sherlock is Work County Educational Trust Fund, and Work County School Wellness Committee, Mr. Stewart. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, we're down to scheduled meeting dates and time, and Kathy sent out the calendar and stuff. We have to do this for a 2-year period of time, okay, until the next elections. Now, Ms. Sherlock, through the grapevine, I heard that maybe what we're doing now will interfere with your new position.
Yes,
Okay.
so, I prefer not on Tuesday nights.
Okay. What if we went to 1 and 3
1 and 3 would work.
on Tuesdays?
Tuesdays, 1 and 3 would work, yes.
What's people think, what we guys
They
think?
don't interfere with me whatsoever.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me, Mr. Lowe.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so if we go to Mr., and I'll ask Kathy, because she prepares that agenda and everything. That probably is not going to change. We'll have to do something this month.
Yeah, because you've already missed your, because you can't.
So, yeah,
you
I
can't
would
put the agenda
suggest
up,
we
because
could-
it would be, well, actually tomorrow, so we can't
Yeah.
get an agenda out.
Right.
So you wouldn't have a board meeting before the third Tuesday of the month for the.
Mr. Metz and myself are going to be out of the country on the week of the 3rd Tuesday, so I would suggest for this July, we either do it the 9th or the 23rd.
Then we're both Tuesdays.
Yes.
Yeah. 9th will, because it's the 4th that messes you up, right?
Correct.
Sherlock? And the 9th would work, so it would be next Tuesday.
Yes.
And that would, and then just have one this month? Or,
We could have, so let me see, it's only the 4th Tuesday.
Yes.
If it would be the will of the board, we could have a meeting on the 9th and we could have a meeting on the 30th,
okay.
which is the 5th Tuesday.
Well, let me rephrase, it's the last Tuesday,
Okay, so
Okay.
we could,
which is usually the 4th.
So would the 23rd work for you then?
Yes.
for this month.
So,
9th and 23rd.
For this month, and then it'll go to, 1st and the 3rd.
That would work better than 30, so you would have two meetings right now.
Right, and Mrs. Matheny will get a calendar made out and sent to us the next day or so. Now, also in November and December in the past, we've only ever had one meeting. So we might take a look at that on those, instead of doing the first, doing the second Tuesday in November and the second Tuesday in December. Because that keeps us away from Thanksgiving week and that keeps us away from Christmas week. Would that work with everybody? Kathy, that's usually what we've done in the past, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, and again, Kathy, or not Kathy, Mrs. Matheny will figure that out for us and send us that to us. What other special ones? Well, we'll have the special budget meeting, that type of stuff, but we'll schedule that as it comes up.
April, you have to have it the third Tuesday of the month, which you're going to anyway.
Which we're going to,
Because
yes,
it's on the regular
actually, that'll be
schedule,
better.
which is changing to the first and the third, so there really won't have to be anything special because it's gonna fall on the third Tuesday anyway, so you're gonna be good.
6 o'clock still work for everybody?
Works good for me.
Sherlock, work for you? Okay. So, we need a motion to approve time and dates. It'll be the first and third Tuesday at 6 o'clock, with the exception of November, December, and it will be the second Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And July 2024, it'll be, Mr.
The
McKenna?
9th and the 23rd.
9th and the 23rd. How's that sound? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Any questions, comments? Hear none. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, so we're down to this. I asked Mr. McKenna to put this on here. Just I don't know if we'll do this tonight or whatever, but it is time to get this start the discussion and possible appointment of board members. Mr. Lowe, you had asked a question about executive session. I've asked that question also, legal counsel, and it isn't within the exceptions to go into executive session because that is, we're basically saying as what an election is, okay? And that's held out in public, everybody knows who those people are. So, that's what we're with that. I don't even know how to start this conversation, okay? They have to come from the central, which means that they have to vote in 7 or 7A, I believe it is, here in Elizabeth.
Don't we have to go for part B here to take over?
I'm sorry. Boy, I'm moving on. There you go. Mrs. Matheny, you stop me. Tell me I missed something. Or these guys will. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go back. West Virginia School Board Association, within your agenda, there was a list of the meetings for the West Virginia School Board Association for the next 2 years, I believe. And for this year, coming year, it's still 7 hours. They did not up it. And I know you probably received a thing from Mr. Brown talking about if you signed up for so many, you got a break. Well, that was ruled to not be permissible. Okay, so that's gone away. So, but they are saying that they're going to lower the cost of that to make it more affordable for boards. Any questions about those future meeting schedules for Western School Board Association? That really doesn't take an action, I don't think. It's just information. Okay, so now I'm back down to discussion. As I was saying, the person has come from that, from this central magisterial district, and geographically, it's one of the smaller ones, but it has just as many people because it has Elizabeth and everything. So, with that being said, I think we'd throw out some names if we want to vote on somebody tonight, or if we want to wait and bring it back. It's the will and pleasure of this board. I do have a name. If anybody's surprised. And I had spoken to this person, Mr. Cumberledge, actually it's Kathy's husband, Chris Cumberledge, has said that he had an interest in serving. Not sure that he would want to run again in November, because this person will serve until November, okay? There will be a special sign up in August, okay, for anybody that wants to run for the full term. There's a sign up in August, and then the election will be during the general election in November, okay? And then that person will get elected then, and they will serve that 2-year term minus what? 3 or 4 months, if they get elected. And there's nothing to stop the person when we set a person on the board, there's nothing that stops them from either running for it or not running for it. It's their choice. But during that election, they still have to be from St. Louis. Okay, they can't be from anywhere else, because we're from Southeast and you guys are from we're from the Northeast, you guys are from the Southwest. So I don't want to monopolize, that's just a name that had come to me, and I know he's a fine gentleman, hard worker. So that's the name on it right there.
So, are we making a decision on it tonight?
We can, it's we don't have to, Mark, but we can.
Okay.
Okay, it is on there as an action item, so we can either do it tonight or,
Okay.
well, we don't even have to take it, we just don't do it. Nobody makes a motion, so it just goes to the next board meeting.
But I will say, you've got 45 days to
45 days.
appoint where the state superintendent has to appoint.
Yeah, but then, you run into when the election time comes also, that's
Yeah.
what happened with me. I can't really tell you how it's going. It wasn't directly.
Yeah, sooner the better, but it does not have to be done tonight. It's hard.
Does anybody else have any potential names?
I thought about the pastor right across the road. He's been pretty nice to just open up the doors of the fellowship hall and let half the school go over there, I had about 4 different people that I talked to, but
You know anybody, Ms. Sherrill?
I don't, is the gentleman that you're talking about, would he be, did he express interest or?
well, he may be, I definitely want to go back and talk to him again. Something else to think about is,
Randa had said that she would be interested in doing it until the election. She is not interested in running again.
Okay.
Well, let me back up. She told me that she would consider that, okay? And I don't want to say that she said she would do it, but we can call and ask her. But I know that she is not interested in running again, okay?
So are you saying that she might be interested for a 2-year period?
No, from now to November.
Till November, till this
Till
November?
election. Yeah, and then during the election,
It just be a 3-month period.
Okay.
yeah. And like I said, I can call her and ask her.
Help me here, was she elected or appointed?
Who? She was originally appointed and then.
Right.
And then ran, it was
for- I
elected.
think she
She's
actually.
elected, okay, that's what
She
I
ran for.
need a little help there, that's all.
Her and Mr. Stewart.
So it was a similar situation to this. I think
That's
she
right,
was
okay.
appointed and then ran in November and was
Yeah.
elected.
Yes.
You know what kind of a job she does?
Yeah, I definitely have no problem with that. Would you like me to give her a call?
What's the pleasure of the board?
I'm good with
I'm
it.
open with the 2 mentions.
Randy, or?
Yeah, I mean, until November, we keep stability.
I mean, obviously, she got elected, you know, so the people like her and everything, so. But, I mean,
She might even be watching. Why she'd watch that, you're going off, I don't know, okay? Turn on my hearing aids, so you won't be able to hear.
I can hear everybody.
Hello, Randa, this is Dan. Hey, we're here, talking about this appointment, and we'd like to know if you would serve until November. I know you're not interested in running again. Well, this will keep us even, and then whoever runs will come in new and, in November, so. Okay, so we're gonna probably appoint you in here a little bit, so we need you to come and get sworn in. Not tonight, no. Before next board meeting.
Which is very.
That's
Which is the ninth.
Yeah, which is the 9th. Okay. Yes, yes.
Might also tell them reading the first and third. also.
Yeah, we'll be moving the board meetings after this month to the first and third Tuesdays. Yeah. Saturday. Right. After this month. Sound good? Thank you, Randa. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'll make a motion that the board approve Mrs. Yoke as our fifth member to serve until election in November. That motion's made. Any questions or comments? Hear none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, there is no board concerns on this one, being a special meeting, so we are down to adjournment. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We're adjourned.